Hey, everybody. We hope y'all are having a good night tonight. We appreciate y'all so very much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. This is our Wednesday at 9 live. I know there's a lot of other activities that's going on throughout YouTube world. We're grateful each of you are hanging out with us so far tonight, and I know there'll be others that'll be coming in and saying hello, and NikkiT has got sound coming through her phone.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
But I guess it is good to see so many of you, and we want to go through and make sure that we welcome the very first one that came in. Wanted to be, I hope I'm first, blood, sweat, and sale. Leroy. Leroy made it. The very first one. So Leroy, it is good to see you, brother. Moon Outdoors, I see Cajun is in love with my attire already.
Yep.
Moon Outdoors, good to see you. Miss Beth picking Georgia peaches. I think she said she was listing, so I hope everything's going well with the listings tonight, Beth. Douglas, so good to see you. We get an extra treat tonight. I almost went past this because I seen the Rev earlier. I hope you didn't see it in that premiere. My Lord, that premiere was skipping like
that was the remix, y'all. That was
it was more like a scratch CD. It was not good. But
make that face again.
I ain't gonna make it again. It was bad though. I mean, we were sitting in here and I was spinning, and NikkiT was spinning, and people were saying, "Hey, what's up?" So it is what it is. Uncle Bo knows. Hey, man. Good to see you. NikkiT.
What's up?
What's up? Oh, we did rally routes, y'all. Y'all see that? Ooh. I hope that's not trademarked.
No. Let's see.
Let's go down. Brother Frank Hall Jr., good to see you. Let's see. Jane Lord, so good to see you. Brandon, you got to be kidding me.
Brandon probably likes your sweatshirt, too.
Oh, man, I know Brandon likes that. Yeah, his sister-in-law, she was originally a Georgia fan. I'm not going to say anything else about it because we got to play them rascals.
And it jumped.
It jumped. I think Rachel was next. Let's see if we can find Rachel. There she is. Rachel Smith. Happy birthday again. We didn't know if you had already seen, but happy birthday, Rachel. Cajun, what's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah.
Just had to bring that out.
He said, cover up the ugly. Hey, Glock. That's Tim.
Good to see you. $10. Good to see you. Hello.
Miss Kat, the nurse.
Kat. I actually messaged Kat earlier. I think she's had some of the same stressors that I've had this week. We'll get into that in a little bit. But, Kat, good to see you in here. Always good to see you. Marie, hello. Brother Nate.
You know it.
Yeah. What's up? Every day I'm hustling. Matt M. just stopped by to say hello. I think it's almost nap time for Matt M.
Before he goes to work.
There's Miss Erin, best offer queen. If y'all haven't saw her video, she dropped some really awesome news on the YouTubes today. So y'all
check out her video after tonight.
After an hour, you can go if y'all want to hang out with us for an hour. But Erin, always good to see you. Billy Octavius. I did not mean to. Billy, what's up, Billy? Try flippers.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian, I didn't mean to skip over you. I got in trouble. It is always good to see Jeremy and George. What up? What the hell's always good to see you.
On tonight, Jeremy. I hope you got pants on.
Always worried about that man's pants. You got to bless your heart, Rev. You got some on your shirt. What in the world? What's it mean? What's that emoji mean? He
said you got DDB on your shirt.
Yeah. We don't even know who our quarterback is. We got like 5 of them now. We don't even know which one it's going to be. Miss Lisa Liquidations. Hello. Jimmy.
Uncle B. What?
Hey, man. Miss Marie, we said hey to Marie.
Yeah.
What the heck? Is it cold down south? I'm not even wearing a sweatshirt. We, in this front room around 9 o'clock, it goes from like 68 down to like 58. I don't know why, but I'm loving it. So I put it on just so we could be comfortable.
Diva right here likes it cold.
Yes.
We didn't see Steve-O. We didn't
skipped
see
a
Tesla.
bunch. Cajun, that's a Georgia fan, right? Isn't that what we were saying?
How did we miss?
I'm Brad. Hello, Brad.
Hey. There's Steve-O. There they are.
Steve-O!
Dave, Tesla Picker.
Dave, what's up, man? Good to see you. Who's this fella? What's his name? You remember?
Eric's pulling double duty right now. He's actually in an auction on January.
That man. He's doing another one this week, too?
Yep.
Wow.
So thank you, Eric, for dropping in.
He is. That's Debbie Burns, not Miss Debbie Burns. I got in trouble for it earlier. So, hello, Debbie. Joe, Philly Picker, always good to see you, brother. Always good. Here's T-Roy.
Troy.
What's up, Troy? Always good. Mr. Rican Flipper, good to see you. Is that how you would say that?
Southern accent.
Yeah, I don't have a clue. But it's good to see you. Woo.
OSP, I just saw OSP. I saw Tim.
There he is. OSP, man, just dropped over 600 and dropping some videos. So it's really, really cool.
Couple of pickers.
Hey. Hello, good to see you.
Mr. Flip It.
Mr. Flip It, I like it.
Hey.
Let's see.
Colton. Colton.
Man, I don't know if y'all seen this channel, but they blew the top off their roof. We were
off their roof.
Man, you should have saw. They were blowing up firecrackers in their building one day, and the next
y'all
day
know the roof had a top?
They had like 6,000 subs. I don't know what they're at now, but man, that sub count is climbing, and it's well deserved. So if y'all are not subbed to Redneck Resale, you better get on that train because it's leaving the station. So awesome couple, very well deserved the shout out. Tim, over the years, good to see you, man.
Let's see, Marcus, Big Texas Picker.
No college football this year. They just announced it today. No college sports until at least January.
That's not
good. My goodness. I did not see that.
I'm about to see Rev cry.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Jennifer and Ryan Reddick, these are some, you probably saw me mention them in a video this week. I think they were in the live last time we got together. So Jennifer and Ryan, always good to see some great friends of ours from the Faith family. They're still a part of the Faith family, even though they're in South Georgia and we're up here. So it's always good to see them. I'm crying now.
Yeah, I know.
I hadn't heard that. I'm gonna have to go back and take a look at that.
I don't know if you're allowed to say it on YouTube, but that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna need a moment of silence. Sucks. I think it's just the Ivy League. Well, they don't have to play.
Oh my gosh.
We ain't no Ivy League in the SEC, baby. You got to pass a test to play in Alabama, do you?
Colton, what you think about the sweatshirt?
Yes. I should have left that alone.
Hey, Danica.
Hey, Danica. Good to see you. So, y'all, we want to talk about some things tonight. We're 8 minutes in. We've got an agenda always on. I'm a pastor, so I've got notes. Some people say, well, pastors shouldn't have notes. They should just be able to get up and preach. If you got a fire in your belly, I heard a fellow say one time you wouldn't need notes. And I told him, well, sometimes you need paper to make a fire. Yeah. So we're wanting to make sure that we want to keep you within an hour. And as we do that, I think hopefully it'll be a blessing to you. We want to share with you an update about our 21-day listing challenge that we're doing on eBay and YouTube. But we want to talk about a few things. The very first one is this. I want to talk about the YouTube craziness. Have y'all seen any YouTube craziness today? It was for us, those of you that support our channel. If you were a part of the premiere earlier, what happened?
We got the remix version. Yeah.
It went off the rails. When I say it went off the rails, it was spinning and stopping and fast forwarding and rewinding. I mean, it was crazy. And I don't know who all was in there, but if you were, I'm sorry. The video was impeccably done, and somehow YouTube boogered it up. And but after the premiere, we went back and watched the video, and it played right through, no problem whatsoever. Alabama only requires the deadlift test.
Hey to Victoria. Oh, it just jumped on me. Hey to Sean.
Hey.
Hey to Ugg.
Yeah, look at what Ugg said. Alabama only required the deadlift test. That's exactly right. We like them boys though. We love some Alabama fans, and so there's some good people, good people. But but it went crazy then. I mean, it went berserk, and we didn't have a clue what was going on. And we're going to talk about stressors again. And I was thinking, did I do something wrong? But I think it was just some glitch
Frank
in
says
YouTube.
It was your metal detectors.
It was. They couldn't handle that beep, that beep, beep, beep.
They knew he was hiding stuff to find.
What? You think I hid all that? Mm-mm. I wouldn't dare. I have done that before. I've hidden coins in one of my previous videos, but I dug them rascals up today. It was if I was gonna hide it, it would have been something a whole lot better than a stinking Lincoln.
Oh, here we go with StreamYard again, y'all.
All right.
Wrong one. There we go. As a beginner, which detector should she buy?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. I would say the Ace 200 is probably the least expensive.
You're about to watch Red get knocked out.
We don't want to be hitting too many buttons now. I would say the 200s because of the prices. They have two different prices on the ones that I have because one of them has favorite finds book in it, and the other one the book didn't come with it, so I just did a $5 difference just for that. But the 200 is just turn it on basically, and you can go to detecting. The 300, you've got a few different options. All of those, the Ace, the Garrett Ace detectors are really all beginner detectors. Now, if you get up in some of the others that we sell, the Ace, the Pros and the Maxes and all those, you're talking $600-700. I can't afford those. Do not, I don't detect enough to do that. But we have the 300. I bought the pinpointer is the one that I use, that we use as a family. I use, and then they do the digging. The kids really enjoy it, even digging up those stinking Lincolns in the yard. So that's the ones that that we would use. It is a little dusty. I pulled it out though. I had to change the batteries in it, but got it to work.
Did y'all know dust sets off the metal detector?
Says here, the hubby says you need to hunt somewhere other than your yard. You're right. I think that would be, I made a little joke in the video if it was not in YouTube. But the joke that I made is that I have another YouTube channel called Rev Recoverist, and it's going to be my metal detector, treasure hunt. I just love the treasure hunt. Really, that's my favorite part of reselling, is going and finding things of great value. And that's why I like metal detecting. I found a few silver coins and some older coins in my detecting career.
That's going to happen in the 25th hour of the day.
25th hour of the day. We're going to talk about that. That's exactly right.
Hey, the pick and phase.
Gold digging.
Gold digging.
Most certainly. All right. So those are, those are some things. But the other YouTube craziness that went on this week for me, and NikkiT's already preached to me. She's probably the best preacher in our house. She pointed out to me that I shouldn't even pay attention to it. I shouldn't look at it. But YouTube, when you go to regular YouTube, it would show you one number on the sub count. And then when you would go to YouTube Studio, it would show a way lower number. And every day for the last 5 or 6 days, you'd come back in and it'd be even lower. And it would say subs were coming onto the channel, and boy, it would just keep going. And I wanted to what I wanted to do.
Y'all, he was pouting.
Pouting? You didn't have to say that to all my friends.
Pouting.
Pouting? What do you mean by that?
Like, lip, could have stepped on his lip or tripped over it one. Pouting.
Yeah, it was, and I don't know this bad. I'd wake up first thing in the morning. I'd roll over. NikkiT would have my cup of coffee waiting for me. When my eyes opened up, she really doesn't. I have to say that. I was paid back. Steve-O, man, thank you so very much for the super chat. Steve-O. That is a blessing. But when we rolled over and I pull out the phone and I'm kind of looking, see if there's any comments. I always look on eBay. I always look, see if there's any sales that happen overnight. And then boom, you go and look, in the sub count when I'm doing the comments was like way lower. It seemed like every day about 4 or 5 o'clock it would kick off anymore. It's off by 40 subs for me over the years. I agree. I think that's what mine is.
Said Rally Roots made the same comment. I think it's just a glitch. I told him anyway, I wouldn't even worry about it to begin with, but
it's not that big of a deal. But when something is kind of like a little splinter, all it takes is a little splinter, and it ain't that big of a deal. But if it's there, it's going to aggravate the hound out of me until I get it out of my hand. So that's one of the things. It's been a splinter. It's been a thorn in my side this week, and I need to do everything I can to get it out. So I haven't been watching a lot of YouTube this week, and we're going to talk about why. Leroy, man, thank you so very much.
Thank
Have
you
you
so
ever
much,
been
Leroy.
to a Georgia Bulldog, Georgia Tech game? That is on my bucket list. I have never been.
No.
I've been to Kentucky game a few times. What other games? We've never been. I've never been.
Never been to a Georgia Tech game. No, but that would be a good game to go to.
Oh, sure. Yeah. We whooped them Jackets, I think, every year.
Okay. I got a basketball card question.
A baseball card.
I'm sorry, baseball card question. Whenever you're ready for
Man, shoot that thing. Let's see if we let's see if we have the answer. I don't know if we do. Tesla said yes. My sub count is all over the place. Tesla, your subs are all over the place, man. I done looked at your count. Them jokers, they everywhere.
Tesla's another channel, y'all. If y'all aren't
yes,
subbed,
indeed.
you need to go jump on that. That's some good content.
He's a good man. Seems like just an awesome family from what we can tell. I just enjoy the banter of him and his boys.
Yeah.
It reminds me of some craziness that goes on to our house.
Pretty awesome socks. Rev has worn those every Sunday since he's got
just 2 Sundays. Those are my Sunday socks now, Dave. And I tell you what, I washed them rascals and they look just as good as they did when you printed them. So Dave, thank you so very much for the for the socks. So what was the question?
I haven't seen it yet.
No, let's see.
It hasn't come through yet.
That was a bucket list. I want to make sure. So whenever it comes, Dave is the coolest dude on YouTube. There is you know it. That's exactly right. YouTube is messing with my subscriptions and notifications. They come at the wrong time or not at all, and on and on. It's been going on for a month at least.
I appreciate y'all helping me tell this man, get through this hard head. It's nothing to worry about. And even, you know what? We're just going to keep doing us and keep putting out the content and teaching and loving with the community and be happy.
That's sweet. See, that yin and yang. Y'all see how that works? That's why I call her my better half, because she grounds me when I need to be grounded. Tim says, what cards are you looking for in 2020 Panini Prisms?
Hold on for your answer. Hey, the SSK promo just came in.
Hey, good to see you, brother.
Zion.
Nope, hold on. It says 2020 Panini Prism. Is it if it's baseball? I have only purchased maybe 4 or 5 boxes, maybe a few more boxes of those. We have pulled some good cards, mostly in baseball like basketball. You're looking for the rookies. You're looking for rookie autos, Bo Bichette, Aristides Aquino, Gavin Lux. You got a few other ones that are there that are rookies. Of course, you always want to look out for the Mike Trout cards, the Ronald Acuna cards.
You say Bo Bichette?
Bo Bichette. Did I say Bo Bichette? If I didn't say Bo Bichette, I should have said Bo Bichette is one of the rookies as well. Paulson is not in that. He's still in the minor league. Gotcha. So those are some good cards. I would look out for those. Of course, any auto cards are always good. Jennifer and Ryan asked, do the kids ever help source with you or help with the eBay store? No, they really haven't caught the bug. They enjoyed. JC will always come in. My son will always come in and sort of ask what we're doing, and I think they enjoy YouTube more than they enjoy eBay and all of that. They think this is much cooler than me actually making money at something because eBay is brings in money and funds where we can be a blessing to others, and it creates that opportunity. And YouTube is getting there, but it's not there yet.
Say hey to Anthony who has come in.
Pittsburgh, what's up, brother?
And then I saw somebody else. Blackberry Thistle Tea is here. And then, of course, Calvin.
Kat, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Kat.
I love me some football. I love me some football, too. There is no doubt. Kat, are you a Florida fan? Are you a Gator fan, a Seminoles fan? I know she's in Florida. Any of those is.
I saw the family flips come in, too.
They have an A&E show that they're going to be on, y'all. If y'all have not seen that video,
hey guys,
hey y'all, the Family Flips is going to be on a new A&E show. I think it's A&E, isn't it?
I think so.
I think it is
A&E.
Correct us
if we're wrong, but I'm pretty sure yes.
Put the name of the show in the chat. I would like to
Extreme Unboxing.
Extreme Unboxing. I work for the University of Florida. Go Gators! Oh my Lord!
So now we gotta love Alabama fans.
Yes, and we love the Nurse Flipper.
And we gotta love LSU fans.
Oh yeah, we love Cajun.
Hey, Eddie.
Eddie Trammell, always good to see you.
Lisa's a gator too. Oh,
where's Lisa?
She was up there.
She wrote that down in public. She put that on a public chat somewhere. Lisa, oh come on, Lisa. I'm good with it, y'all. I know we all root for our teams, and man, it's cool.
Colton said Cat says roll tide. Cat said no, I say roll over tide.
I hear you, Cat. I'll take that. But y'all, it's fun when we talk about this. I hope there is some. Stuff. We'll have to resell our reunion at a Georgia Bulldog game. You got that right. I love Leroy.
We're going to walk into the Georgia Bulldog game with people wearing Gator jerseys and Alabama jerseys and LSU jerseys.
Old school picker said go Vols. I know he's a good old Tennessee fan. Yep. Don't forget about them Clemson Tigers.
Right, they answered about that.
Beth. Here it is. Thank you. It's A&E, August 4th, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. First 2 episodes of the season 1 air.
Awesome. So y'all mark your calendars, make a note. Don't miss that. We're
going to know movie stars. We're not going to be like Colton and Courtney. They've had movie stars to talk about their channel. Now we have the family flips that we already know. So that is
super cool, guys.
That is. Congratulations, y'all.
Family flips are their Razorback fans. We love them too.
Yeah, we love them Razorbacks. Ain't no University of Louisville fan here. I tell you, they had some good years, had some down years, some good years, some real good quarterbacks jerseys. There.
Oh, boy.
ACC, Sean says.
Like Kat says, we got diversity in our little reseller family. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We can let the Razorbacks in the conversation.
Y'all don't tell Rev I'm a closet Tech fan.
What'd she say? She was in my good ear. Oh, my Lord. It's we have spousal banner, but Buckeyes. Y'all got one Georgia. It took a Georgia quarterback to help y'all out, didn't it?
Oh boy, talking
yes, he just took off. He just left our area and went your way. He's a good guy though, Justin Fields. It's gonna be Notre Dame. Go Irish.
Say hey to Velvet who just came in, Miss Annie.
She
says from the pool. Oh, I wish because it's
what I'm talking about.
90 and humid outside here,
and we're in. Well,
it's because Rev's got a 60 in icebox in the house.
She is wearing some Georgia Tech colors. I see that. I am. But we're going to let NikkiT now tell you. I've got an agenda that we want to get to in just a minute, but this is part of the agenda. Tell us about your sales on McCurry.
Our sales I've had about 1 to 2 a day for the last.
How many you have today?
I had 2 today, 2 sales today. And I've actually got 6 sales pending that are waiting upon delivery. So it's going really well. And I met my listing goal of 100 items. I'm actually up to 121 listings right now.
Woo! She is blowing the doors off of McCurry.
So I am.
It seems like it takes less time to list on McCurry. I'm not like poo-pooing on your McCurry listings. But eBay seems to take a little longer on the listing. She just sits over there with her phone, and, it's done, and she's moving on to something else.
You may write you some notes out.
Hold on now.
But do it.
I think there was a question here how far we are. We're about an hour. I think Leroy asked how far we are from Sanford Stadium. We're about an hour. About an hour away to the great city of Athens.
Yeah. We love college football, so that's very sad to hear if they don't play.
Jayhawks fan there, Jane Lord. They even play football? I shouldn't have said that.
Don't say that.
We don't play basketball, so I know all about that. Georgia has probably might have the number 1 player coming out, but I don't know how good they will. Anthony Edwards, I think, is his name in basketball.
Yeah.
Yep. Come on to Colorado. Help me, NikkiT.
Annie says 104 degrees. Oh no, thank you.
Woo! Yeah, I'd be in the pool too at 104.
I would be creating a pool at 104.
But we're about halfway through. Not quite there yet. But I wanted to give you an update on our 21-day challenge. Today's video that came out at 7:00 tonight that went berserk on the premiere. It actually you mess me up when you do that. I don't know what you're doing.
Squirrel.
Yeah, it's like last week. It seemed like we didn't want to we don't want it to mess up, so hopefully it'll stay good.
Yeah,
but
scared to touch
our
it.
21-day eBay accountability listing challenge, however, we said our goal was we wanted to do 10 listings a day. And I wanted to do 10 listings a day, at least average that. And we wanted to put a YouTube video out about it so that we can keep the accountability every day at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. So it's going well. By the numbers, it's going really, really well. I think we're averaging close to 18 listings a day over the first 7 days. If you saw the video that came out tonight, actually we're a day behind. So that was my yesterday. So today I've had to do some listings as well. And I'm doing, I'm doing well on those listings. But it's going well. We are averaging those 10 listings a day. We've had 7 days straight with a video at 7 p.m. We've not missed that time marker at 7 because we're doing it a day in advance. But in just a little bit, I want to talk with you about the things that I have learned so far. And I want us to discuss this maybe in chat, because some of these things that I've learned, I believe, can be very helpful to all of us that are resellers.
I would say if anybody that has been like joining in with us, even if you haven't, I mean, any ideas or what you've experienced going through it, type it in the chat. I mean,
we want a dialogue. I don't want this just to be my 21. I wanted to sort of take a life on its own. And I have had so many people that have messaged me either on Instagram and others that have shared with me their goals and their listing and being held accountable and being challenged and inspired to list more. It's been great because guess what? Y'all have inspired me to make sure that I do what I said I was going to be able to do.
Yep. Say hey to DJ, Uncle Bubba.
DJ, Uncle Bubba, hello.
Because right now, I want Colton he's got to keep quiet right about now. What you got to keep quiet about,
Colton? I don't want to say anything about no numbers, but Colton popped up and said he was going to do 21 a day for 21 days. That's a lot of listings, brother. I didn't want to bring it up, but I know Colton's going to, if he don't get it one day, I know he's going to knock it out. He's been fishing and playing around with catfish and watching his subscriber count go through the roof.
Yeah.
So he's had a lot going on. James is here. Always good to see Callie Picker.
Yep, he's got an interview tomorrow on his channel at noon.
Y'all go and see that. So I want to go to the banner. Nitrous Diecast. Good to see you. This is where it went off the rail last week, so we're hoping that it does not. So the update, we've already given you the update on the 21-day accountability challenge. So here's lesson number 1. The first thing that I have learned is that listings does turn into sales. If you list it, it may sell. If you don't list it, it won't sell. So I have learned when you list, you have an infinity greater chance of selling that item. So lesson number 1 to me is listing does turn into sales. We have listed, I think the video we did yesterday, what was it, 121 listings and like 80 some odd. No, we had 100 sales. Had 120 some odd listing, and in that same time span, we had 100 sales.
Yeah.
So lesson number 1, listing does turn into sales. Have y'all seen that? Have you seen that in your understanding that the more that you list, the more that you sell?
Colton says, so far so good, but it's been rough but rewarding.
It has been rough but rewarding. We got a lesson that we're going to talk about that in just a minute. The more you list, the more you sell. James, there is no doubt. True that.
Louie here too.
Yeah, Louie, Lone Star Picker, it's always good to see you. How dare you fish and list like a madman? We know that Colton most certainly can do that. I have seen a significant increase since listing more consistently. I believe that is true. But you're selling just your new listings or a mix of old and new. Uncle Bubba, I'll be honest with you, I am selling mostly my new listings, but occasionally there'll be some of those older listings that'll pop up, and we have noticed that as well.
Lisa, yes. She asked, would it be okay if she showed your channel in a video explaining how to use YouTube?
Wow, sure.
Yes,
I don't know if it would help, but yes, most certainly. Absolutely. I'm in the middle of packing 32 orders. So, yes, it is true. If you'd never listed those, they never would have sold. Rachel Smith has shared with me a bunch of her listing and how that's going, and we're grateful. Yes, it does work. A mixture of old and new.
Yep.
I'm good with you showing mine, Lisa. I'm honored you asked, most certainly.
Family Flips is a lot easier to gain momentum the more you list. Truth.
That is most certainly true. If I could list while I work, I would. I do watch YouTube while I work, though. Yes, the more you list, the more you sell. So lesson number one for me most certainly was that listing does turn into sales.
Yep.
Lesson number two, having an agenda helps productivity. That sounds so educated, doesn't it? Having an agenda helps productivity. Does that not sound like professor-like?
Call you Dr.
Resale. Yeah, Dr. Resale. I wanted to go finish and get my doctorate, and
hey, Joey.
I don't know if NikkiT could call me Rev. She tries to call me preacher every now and again.
He hates it when I call him preacher. If I want his attention and he's not listening, I go preacher. Hates it. But I can't. I'm not calling him doctor. Nope, not doing it.
No. What's up? What's up, Joey? Always good to see you, brother.
I'm trying not to go overboard and just list between 10 and 15 a day and keep that moving so I don't get burnt out and stop listing for a week.
We're going to talk about that too.
Good lesson.
Daily goals work. James, I agree. When we have, I believe when I have an agenda where I know when I get up, there's certain things that I have to get done in my day. And people always ask, how can you be a full-time pastor and fun-time reseller or YouTuber and get all this stuff done? Well, it has been an agenda that if you set out and you have a day that this is what I want to do and this is what you want to get done, I promise you, you'll have a greater chance of getting that done if you have an agenda, if you have a plan, if you have a purpose to your day.
Yeah, I set my goal. Like I said, I wanted 100 listings, and that kind of helped me get there. And yes, Cajun, I do. When you hear me say David Anthony, yes.
Usually it's just David A. And I'm stepping David my Anthony. Game up. Dr. Rev was like Dr. Pepper.
Is that like Dr. Pepper?
It's all about discipline. Listen, Redneck Resale is popping that truth. It is. It's all about discipline, making sure that if you have an agenda, it's going to help you to be more productive. I'll tell you this, if you wake up and you're like a youth minister and you're just flying by the seat of your pants every day, you're probably not going to be very productive. You're probably not going to get much done. If you just get up and say, hey, I'm going to do something today. And at the end of the day, you're going to look back and say, well, what did I do? And you probably won't have got much done. You probably won't get much done. The third, let's see if I can get to the third one. Having goals and reaching them is rewarding. Having goals, an agenda, having a goal and reaching them is rewarding. So every day when I get to that 10 listings,
this falls right in line, which is good.
Yeah, Lone Star says, let's talk about perseverance. Even when you want to quit, but yesterday I had to know my boundaries as your Monday video when you can't. Oh, you're right. That's one thing. If you've got a goal and you've got an agenda, you've got a plan, and you've got a mark that you're trying to hit, when you hit it, it is rewarding. It is great. But guess what? That's the reason that I said I wanted to average 10 listings a day, because remember I told you I'm a full-time pastor. Yeah. So let's say something happens in ministry, someone gets sick, someone has a need, and there have been times that I have went to hospitals or went to homes and stayed there for 12, 13, 14 hours because that's where I was needed. And if I had to go do that today, right now, I'd take off and NikkiT would take over the live. Because that's what I've got to do, and that's what I want to do. For it.
I feel bad for y'all.
But I do think having those goals and reaching them, it feels like you've checked off a box. It feels like you have done, you have succeeded. Yeah. It's always good to feel like you have been a success. Yeah. I believe setting attainable goals daily is a good thing.
And it's important, as Nitrous said. It's an important thing to do.
Yeah. Attainable goals daily. Lengthy goals that are near future, and then far future, set some big goals. I mean, set some big goals and go after it.
Yeah.
Casey, man, what's up? Hey, Carolina Hustler.
He's like,
every time I go to Goodwill and see golf clubs, I think of Carolina Hustler.
King of YouTube.
He is the man.
Yeah, I think even setting the goals and hitting them, it is rewarding in and of itself. But again, I think we've talked about some of the other rewards you see. I think, of course, sales tends to go up. It gets, your store's growing.
Yeah.
So I think that's just more rewards for the.
And this doesn't just fit in reselling. It doesn't just fit in eBay, Mercari, Amazon, all of that. I think these are life things. Yeah. When you put in effort, you get something out of it. Listing turns into sales. If you put in something, you're usually going to get something in return. Having an agenda helps with productivity. If you've got steps, A, B, C, and D, you're going to be more productive. Having a goal and reaching them is going to be good. If you are a baseball player and you want to hit 300 over the year and you get 305, you have succeeded and you feel good about it.
Well, I think some of that also helps you kind of trim the fat out of your day, those unnecessary tasks that you may be spending more time than you really need to on.
Yeah.
I think that helps them with time management too.
Yep.
Hey to Miss Jen, who has come in.
Hello. She has, Miss Jen has shared with me a bunch about her listings and her hitting her goals. That's awesome. I hit 300, 300 baby. That's awesome. What I'm talking about.
Yep.
I was a pitcher. I was trying to stop people from hitting 300. Here's the next one, and I want y'all to give me a minute to kind of preface this. It is not easy. Videos do not make themselves. It is not easy. Videos do not make themselves. And then if you saw the thumbnail for this, I'm laid over on Nicole, and she's supposed to be patting my head. We figured out, I told her, I said, just pat my head. And she said that was kind of weird. How can you pat somebody's head in a thumbnail?
That's weird.
But sometimes it is tiring. If you have a content creator that you watch, now I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about these content creators like Colton and Courtney, like Jeremy at What the Hells, like Justin Grimes at Grimes Finds. These cats that put out content, put out a video every single day. If you think, well, it's just a piece of cake, all you do is pull out a camera and you video it and then you put it up on YouTube. It's not that big of a deal. Let me let you in on something. It is hard work, especially if you want things to be at a certain quality. You want things to be good. So to me, listing 10 items a day and fulfilling that has been good. Putting out a quality or a decent or an okay YouTube video every day at 7 o'clock has been a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's probably taken me more time to do that than it has the 10 listings.
Yeah. Hey to Todd. Todd says when you don't want to, that's when you need to.
Yes. Building that desire. How can you pay?
How can you pat someo's head? And
that's what we were thinking.
I was trying to figure out. Thumbnails or stills. So he's like, pat my head. So this is what it looked like.
Yeah, it was a good try. I knew the idea I was trying to portray, but it didn't. It's hard to do that.
Yeah.
But Colton said, but it is fun, ain't it, Rev? You got that right. It is just like the last one. Having goals and reaching them is rewarding. When I finish that video and upload it to YouTube and get everything set where all I've got to do is sit back and watch all the views come in, and my job is done, that is a rewarding thing. And it is fun. Putting out content every day has been really, really enjoyable. But I will say this to each of you that are watching: do not take content creators for granted.
Yes.
The burnout is real because it is work, and sometimes it gets stressful, sometimes it gets difficult, sometimes numbers get in your head and all of this kind of stuff. And someone mentioned to me that's very wise in YouTube, what do they say, like 99.9% of YouTubers don't make it. Within a year they're gone.
Yeah, like what Tesla said, super hard work. I respect anyone who puts out videos daily. Yes. I mean, I love it. I think we really enjoy just getting to put stuff out there, interacting with the community, hoping that our videos are helping somebody else. But it's not an easy task.
That's so true. I think Kat for a long time was doing videos every single day. It's not putting easy. Out good content every day. That has probably been a harder task, because I'll be honest with you, sometimes you have to have content to film, and we're not doing this full time. So finding stuff, that's why it turns into a metal detecting video, listing video, and you're riding in the car video and all of this, but hopefully the content is enjoyable.
Louis asked, is that why you were passed out in the last thumbnail?
Yeah, she was patting my head. Couldn't you tell there, Louis? That's what we talked about. Mark, yes, I've learned to leave some things to list on other days. If I buy 50 things, I list them all before the end of the day. I think I'm too OCD.
Yeah.
I would agree, brother. You are. It is good to leave some stuff. Yeah, eBay is suffering. I had to pull back on YouTube. I get it. That's why I wanted eBay and YouTube to help one another, and it's really forcing me to put out the content. It's forcing me to do all of these type things. Grab my Bible right there and pull up Isaiah 40:29. Should be in there. Is it not in there?
Joey says, I'm a catcher. Let's do a bullpen. I got my gear.
I can still break off a double deuce. I promise. Look, I can still.
Let me tell you what you're setting me up for, Joey. That night going, oh, my arm hurts. Oh, I'm sore.
We have a high school charity game that I would go and play. And I tore my rotator cuff, and it's 40:29. It says, he had given power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increases. Where I am weak, he is strong. Yeah. That is exactly right. YouTube is addicting.
Craig Landshark says, got to do something about your hoodie.
Oh, he knows he likes that. Gee, how's everyone noticed that eBay has been doing more commercials on television? Thanks to you, eBay, all the time. That's exactly right. I noticed that even on the radio today. I noticed that there was some ads on the radio. All right, next one. This is lesson number 5, and this is for us. This is marriage, family, life. I need to control my stressors. You want to pull out the thing that
This is what Rev set out for me from.
Yes. She has pointed out to me this week that I needed a Snickers bar. I needed to. There are times I think when our stressors are not where they need to be, and we don't have control over our stressors, that we sometimes can, get angry or get upset or get all in our feelings.
Honestly, Marie, sometimes there's a couple things I say. I'll say, suck it up, buttercup, and let's go. We got, or I say, pull up your big boy pants. Let's go.
Chocolate. Yeah, we like chocolate. Team Snickers. We should. Everyone should meditate 20 minutes a day. If you're too busy, meditate on it for an hour. We have a practice. We pray, spend time with the Lord. I have that, and you're right. It's all it's all in how you control your stressors. Yeah. I think when we realize, we talked about this numerous times, the things that are important. Yeah. If we realize what's important and what's just kind of tertiary, that's a good word right there. Ding, ding, ding. Things that are not, no, I couldn't. Things that are not really all that of great importance, that sometimes when we begin to focus on, it's kind of that idea of the anthill turns into a mountain. The mole turns into an anthill. Yeah, or mole. It's kind of when you stare at something, it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And if I kept looking at my phone and seeing those sub count go down and down and down, it would, it can get you, pull up your big boy britches. Oh, wait, Rev, sold them. Never mind.
That's hilarious. Hey to Great Lakes.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I think sometimes too, when you recognize that it is stressing you out, that's a moment too where you take a breath and you need to probably step back for a minute.
Yeah.
Give yourself that break. Give yourself that minute to just,
that's for us. It's go turn on Amazon, go turn on Netflix, go outside and drink a cup of coffee, go pick the garden. I've picked my garden 4 times in one day just because I needed that time. So I think for all of us, it's good to think about that in the eBay game, the YouTube game, or whatever game you're in, to control your stressors. Things that get you stressed out, you need to put them in a certain place. And you need to figure out how to give them their space. Tertiary. That's maybe that's the spelling. LOL. LSU fan, y'all.
Yeah. Lady Luck said, take a long bath. Yes. Or go fishing.
That's a great one there. Gratitude helps me
Yeah.
with stressors or challenges when I'm in a Scrooge mode. That's right. To think about those things that you're grateful for. That's
sometimes
a
it's
big
not
thing
even
for me.
like looking at death piles. Sometimes I know I've thought it recently getting into the reselling game. I've heard him say, oh gosh, I've only had 2 sales today. 2 sales is better than no sales.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes it's not even the big things that stress us out. Sometimes we get hung up on even the small things that just
I think I'll take it even further than that. I think most of the things that we get stressed out about are not the big things, but the small things. And that's where they become, that's when we need to have control over our stressors and make sure that we don't let them get out of hand, because, a premiere going whack for a few minutes it was a stressor, but it really, in the whole scheme of things, it actually got me more views, because then people had to go back and watch the video again. We appreciate y'all for that.
Here's the thing about going fishing, Chris. If we go fishing, then he's going to probably whine about that, because I outfish him every time we go.
See, bringing up stressors. I got all these stresses in my life. Yes, but I agree. Fishing would most certainly help with the stressors.
Big Texas said, balancing between family and all that. That's balancing between family and reselling, or family reselling in YouTube.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
I think balance priorities, we've talked about that numerous times, and it is great value. That cha-ching always helps. There's so many different things that comes in, and jumping in a creek will reduce stress. Craig, that is exactly right, brother.
Yeah.
At least Rev
now, Callie,
baits.
I bait my own hook as long as it's not a live cricket. If it's a dead cricket, I will bait it. Anything else, I'll bait minnows. I'll bait worms. I just don't do crickets.
She don't do bugs.
No.
She won't.
Worms a bug.
Worms a bug. Come on now. Tertiary.
Go
noodling with Colton. I seen that rascal. He said he's going this weekend. We're only a couple hours away. Yeah. I regretted it when I seen they were in kayaks, and I thought, man, we could have loaded up our kayaks on my truck, and we could have been there in a couple hours. We know Colton's going to catch that big old cat.
I'm going to be on the bank.
It's going to be awesome.
If they go, I'm going to be on the bank rooting them on. Nope.
All right, y'all, here's the last one, and then we're going to take the last 10 minutes or so and just kind of chat and spend some time talking and answering any questions that you may have. Lesson number 6, it starts over tomorrow, so get ready. That's the one thing about the 21-day challenge is that I get done with my 10. Hoorah, right? I have set a goal, and I've met it. Get done with the video, right? Yep. Get it uploaded and it's done. Guess what? What do? We go to bed and watch a little something, get my coffee, have a good time. And then boom, guess what? Tomorrow's here and it starts over tomorrow. But y'all, guess what? Wow. Isn't that true for everyone? Isn't it true that each and every one of us only have 24 hours in a day? Nobody has more time than anyone else. And guess what? You've got something else coming up tomorrow. So always remember that grind. If you do it one day and then you quit, then really, have you really done all that good? Remember tomorrow's coming.
Yeah. Colton says he eats when he's stressed.
Yes, I tell you what, I am the same way.
But Casey, Carolina Hustler, said sometimes he gets a little anxiety, full-time reseller, goes a little stir crazy at night, I guess.
Oh, right here.
Yep.
Yeah, I battle anxiety sometimes. Even after a good day of sales, I get a little stir crazy at night. Man, I think there's something to what we do. It is so you're always sitting on edge. I think you're always waiting for that next sale or that next buy. You're always preparing and thinking, hey, what can I do? And sometimes, and I don't know how to do it. I'm not telling you that I've got it and have figured it out, but sometimes we just got to cut it off. And Casey, if you're anything like me, you have your eBay resale business at your home. So just finding ways to cut it off is a good thing, because we do need our rest if we're going to grind it out the next day. I think that is really important, and just encourage you to find however you need to do that. To me, there are times that I'll take my phone and I'll put it somewhere else, or I'll cut it off and set it somewhere else, because we're always connected. Look at those good-looking resellers right there. But we're always connected. We always have our phone, and if it's always beside us, there's always opportunities for us to, get hung up and get
Sean said he eats whether he's stressed or not.
Yes. And then I'm stressed about where's bread or where's this, where's that.
Don't stress about tomorrow. It hasn't happened yet. That's DJ.
That's exactly right. I think there's some scripture there too. Tomorrow has enough problems of its own for us to worry. I truly believe worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Understand all of us are messed up in the head, some more than others. I just have to find a way to release the stress and focus on goals. James, that is a great piece of advice. I think all of us have stressors. All of us have stuff. All of us have issues. All of us have listing, and all of us, we all have something. So because of that, it really, it's good to think. I try, Rev, thanks for the good word. My wife helps me through it. Glad I have her. Man, Casey, you need to always remember that. I think God puts us with our spouses. NikkiT is literally my better half. I wouldn't want to try to do it without her. So that's really important to have that helpmate, somebody that can come alongside and help.
I didn't have to pay him for that. God.
Yes, that's right. No payment. You get it later. This is my next moniker. I'm moving on. Rest reseller. Compete with Colton and David with
alphabetics.
Yes,
oh my goodness.
That is funny. So that's let's go through them really quickly. Hopefully the banner is not going to go up. Lesson number 1, listing does turn into sales. Really important to remember that. When you list it, it may sell. If you don't list it, it won't sell. Having an agenda helps with productivity. You've got a plan, then you got to go out and do it. So you've got a plan, you've got an idea of what you want to do. Having goals, so setting a goal and reaching them. If you didn't have a goal and you did really good, then you really feel like, well, I did 10. But if 10 wasn't a goal, then you don't really know if, it wouldn't be as rewarding.
Family Flip said they are also helpful to hold us accountable to be the person that God created us to be.
Amen. That is such a great word.
Nail on the head.
Lesson number 4 is not easy. Videos do not make themselves. I'm tired. I think it is work. It is work. It is work. Always remember that. I need to control my stressors. I think all of us would agree to that. I know I do. And as we talk about stressors, remember it all starts over tomorrow. So get ready.
And I say, don't forget that. I know I've watched a ton of y'all, and I've heard a lot of you say that you love what you do. We love what we do. And I think sometimes to remind yourself that you do love what you do.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
Why you do what you do.
The YouTube craziness this week has probably been one of my stressors. I've sort of taken this YouTube thing seriously, maybe too seriously, maybe. And because we're wanting to up our game, wanting to up our channel, we want to do well at whatever that we're doing. And YouTube is one of those things that we're doing. So we want to do it well. But I looked at those numbers, all that stuff that was going on this week, and then I started replying to comments, and y'all were such a blessing to me. I remembered that was the reason that I did it. I remember early on in those videos that had 20 views, and OSP would make a comment, and he may be the only one. Chris may be the only one that would comment, and I'd think, man, that cat watched the video, and he took enough time out to comment, so it was a blessing. And now, we have 20 comments, 20 of y'all's commenting on the videos, and it gives me an opportunity to dialogue, and it's truly a blessing. Mm-hmm. So yes, I thank you so very much for that. If I wasn't worried God would strike me down, I'd ask you to watch The Preacher and give us your review. We have seen part of that. If you don't have vintage undies, that can cause a reseller major stress. Yes, we got some around here somewhere just because we show them off. Well, who was it? Was it Part-Time or Cincinnati that sold the vintage? Part-Time pickers. Yeah, Matt pulled them out, and because of that, it blessed me to know to pick those up. All right, so 5 minutes. Questions. Do you have anything? Maybe that questions or comments. That we want. Thoughts? OSP, glad to have been here for the whole time. Man, I am too. Yeah. Old school picker is one of those awesome cats. Great hour so far. That's right. Thank you. Thank you so much. We don't want to close it out. I'm not shutting the Bible yet. I want to make sure if there's any questions or comments or anything like that, y'all have been a blessing. tonight.
What does the bottom of that speed limit sign say? My eyes. It actually said. Where's that? It says I wasn't speeding. I was qualifying.
Where is it? See it?
Right there. Yep. He's got the T-shirt that says, "Yes, officer, I saw the speed limit sign. I just didn't see you." Because he's got that lead foot.
My eyes ain't as good as they used to be. Yep, I'm right there with you, brother.
Can you tell us about your goals for the next year?
Next year, that's further out. You know, we've got some goals that we have set personally for the YouTube channel. I'll be honest with you. My goal for next year is to get better with every video. Now, I say next year, you know, it's hard to look so far out in the YouTube world and say, hey, I'd like to have 10,000 subs, or I'd like to have 5,000 subs, or I'd like to have, 3,000 subs next year. I think I really want to work hard in YouTube of getting better every video. And if I do that every video between now and next year, I may be able to hit a goal.
Will do, James. Most definitely.
Yes.
Rachel said, my husband would like to know what platform you would use to sell running boards.
Running boards like on a car, running boards? Is that what a running board? Is that the running board you're talking about? And give me that. I would say if it's a long running board, you may try locally Craigslist, because on eBay it's going to be very difficult, but you can do it on eBay and actually measure it out, put it, and if some people's looking for that part, they will pay for it.
Lone Star says, do you keep 50 in the back of the Bible like my Baptist grandma used to, all in ones?
I tell y'all what, that is something. He's not playing around there. If you ever go and do a storage unit or buy Bibles, older Bibles, you really need to look in them, because people would use them as banks. They would be documents they would keep in their Bibles. So, yeah. Good thing to point out.
Ugg said this community was a distressor in itself, which I agree. This community is great.
Y'all are truly a blessing.
Got pulled over the other day, 58 and 45 got a warning.
Woo, yes. I pull out the preacher car when that happens. I mean, woo.
She said full-size trucks.
Full-size trucks. Running boards on full-size trucks. Yeah. I mean, you can list them on eBay. I think eBay would work, but I would probably try to sell those locally just because of their size and their weight and the difficulty it would be shipping.
Yeah, Brandon
I would go
says
Facebook.
Facebook Marketplace. He's got a buddy that sells.
Yeah.
On those. Okay. What editing software do you use? My wife has a Weight Watchers YouTube channel and is trying to find an editing software that is good.
I use probably the most difficult editing software available. It's like a professional model. It's Resolve 15 is what I use. It's you get a free version online, but it is the paid version is like what they use for TV shows and things like that. So it was hard for me. So I would probably not take my advice. I think I have figured some of it out, but I know about 1% of the 100% capability of the software that I have.
Yeah.
Resolve, Phoenix Resolve, I think is one. It's free. I just use Resolve 15. I think there's a Resolve 16 that's out now. But I probably would not advise it. I mean, it may be a good one, but it was hard for me to figure out. A lot of people I hear use Filmora. I think Chris at OSP says that's what he uses and it works for him. I think there is so much out there that finding software like that will be good.
I want to say hey to Matt. Phoenix Flippers came in. Dan, the Answer Man, came in. Eddie said, I told you the other day, he said he needed intervention, but he's been working hard.
Hey, man.
To get back in the game.
Yes, indeed. I think we all sometimes need those. Adobe Premiere, but it's not free.
It's not free.
We can see that. They got great content,
Great
at the family
there.
flip. So we can see they're putting their money, where their video is, and it shows up and looks really good.
Oh, hey, Kelly.
I've downloaded Filmora and haven't used it yet. So hopefully knock that out and figure it out. I'm sure there's other stuff that would be good for me. I just a little late, Shane. It's always good. I was purchasing a new car. Awesome, brother. I just hit the table. Hopefully you got your card. Shane purchased a card from me the other day.
Oh, sweet little one. Thanks for coming, Casey.
Casey, yeah, man. Appreciate you coming. I still use my VHS recorder and transfer it digitally and then splice it out. Oh, my Lord. I hope you're joking.
Well, if he's not, he's putting a lot of work in.
Yes,
so
I would
don't
say
take his for granted either.
that is most certainly challenge. Chevy or Ford, Shane? Come on, Shane. Come on, Shane. Tell me it was a Ford.
Family Flip says No Small Creator is a good group on Facebook to learn from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ford or Shane? Come on, Shane. You got to tell me. Hopefully it was a Ford.
Oh boy.
You can lie. It's okay. The preacher's giving you okay.
Dodge.
Oh.
Both y'all out the way. He said Dodge.
Oh, Durango. That's what I'm talking about, brother. That's good, man.
That's great.
That's good.
It has been fun.
Been a fun. Hopefully, it's been informational. We want to. We are at an hour, so we want to thank each and every one of you for coming and hanging out. Y'all are always a blessing to us. We hope that we have been a blessing to you.
Uncle Bubba, you can find them if you go to Facebook and either search for us personally. We always share them on our page, or also look for Porterdale Baptist Church and like that page, and it's posted every Sunday. Yeah.
I usually post it right after it's Facebook Live, so it's live on Sunday mornings now, and then we share it right after the service.
Yep.
So y'all, we thank y'all so very much for coming and hanging out with us. Once again, listing turns into sales. Having an agenda helps productivity. Having goals and reaching them is rewarding. It's not easy. Videos don't make them sales. I need to control my stressors. Why did I point at you?
Have a Snickers.
It starts over tomorrow, so get ready. I said all that to say this. I love y'all. We thank you so very much for hanging out with us tonight. And we know no way of closing out these videos and to say deuces and God bless.
Bye, guys.
Now we have this awkward pause. Like it always takes a little bit of